What's up, YouTube? My name is Nejc Filipič, and today I'm going to show you how to actually make house music in FL Studio, like for beginners. Not pros, because pros already know this, but that's just opinion. So that's the FL Studio 20, so 64-bit. Okay, so maybe you have an idea, not clear idea what exactly this program is, but let's go step by step. First off, what is the most important is beat per minute, from my opinion. This is how many times you get kick in 1 minute. So if you turn this on and press play, you get it, right? Harder it is, faster it's gonna click. So you can now edit, you can just type in value, and for house music it's 1, 2, 8, enter. That's just perfect for the house music. So you obviously notice this is the play button. This is for pattern that you only use in between. This is the entire song. So we can record and so on, but let's just deselect this one, so we actually get without clicks in the music. Now this is the things that you might actually see. Those are the windows opened. So let's go one by one. The first one is the entire song. Here is gonna be all instruments, kicks, claps, basses, everything. This one is gonna be piano for the melody or the bass, but we're gonna close X. You can simply just put it back by clicking on X here. Now this is gonna be, you finally can see it's the sample pattern they call it, but I call it sample, but it can be a pattern too. That's gonna be all the time open. And this is gonna be the mixer, that's extremely important. And your basically sound effects and so on. So now let's just go. Before we start, you have to do few things first. The first thing is to go to the options and manage plugins and click find plugins, and you have to install each plugin individually. So as you can see, they already have some plugins. Now in plugins that I installed, it's called Nexus, and that's it. Now let's say that I'm going to just skip a bit faster, so I'm going to see what's actually happening. Let's say I want to select a plugin. You can see there are all the plugins, and the Nexus is right here, so as you can see. Now there's way more plugins that it shows as it shows right here. That's why your favorite plugins mark it with a star, so it's gonna appear right here. It's gonna appear. So basically what I'm trying to say, if you have good plugin, just click or basically if you like it, please the star, right? So I'm gonna use at least 2 plugins here. One is the Nexus, simple. One is the Sound 1, that's here, and to Lumen Shaper 4, it's here. After that, you can just close it. The next thing is the sample packs. Without this, you basically cannot make music as long as you're gonna make it yourself. So we're gonna go options and file settings. Now, if you have any website from where you can actually get a sample packs, the sample packs, it's kicks, claps, snares, effects, and so on. So you just press this folder here, locate the folder of the sample packs, and press OK. I already did that, so that's here. After you do all this, there's one more thing. For some reason, the entire song comes from master. If you press the master here, and this master has an effect called Fruity Limiter, and that kind of screws your song completely. So the best thing to do is to click this green button to disable it. I completely recommend. This is like saying that after you make pancakes, you just put on top honey, no matter what kind of pancakes you make. That just completely change your music. So I just disable it. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, so first the tempo is set. We're gonna select, you can use here this, or just like hold it button. That is the pattern, which you can see here. You can switch between pattern and song. If I press play, you can see the pattern is actually moving through the time, left and right. Easy. So I'm gonna stop it. Let's go start sometime. Now, first off, each synthesizer or clip have already set their mixer. How does this work? For kick, it's 1. For clap, it's 2, and here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But because we're not going to use any of this, just scroll with mouse down completely until you get three lines. Now it's not going to be here. Okay, so that's after you select the file. Like I said before, you're going to go to the left side, sample packs or something else. So I got sample packs. That's the folder that I selected. And let's go for the bass drums and kicks. That seems okay. So just hold it and put it on top of the kicks if you like to replace it. But if you like to make a new one, you need to release it right here in the middle. So this is not the new one. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's actually the new one, so I'll just replace it. It's simple as that. Now, this is the pattern for your kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's play. Simple. You can even change it. You see already getting somewhere. So basically that's the easiest way. You can even skip this, but try clicking and set fill each 4. Gonna automatically put each 4. So now we have this one here. The rename, it's simple. You just right click and rename. So just gonna for this tutorial, I'm gonna change this to kick 1. So here we go. Now let's change the effects. Now this, it's not gonna work by itself. So basically what I'm trying to do is right click and assign to new instrument tracks. And the one, it was the first one that was not used yet, which is right here in the effects. Right now you can see the number 1 and here the name kick 1. So those two are connected. And here are the effects. So by adding an effect, you can just press the button down below and you have billions of effects. But let's go to EQ2. That's one of the most useful. So this is frequency changer, something like that. So let's press play. You can finally see, I'm just going to lower a bit down. You can finally see that each kick goes from the right to left. Okay, but that's not important. The important is that you can change the frequency from the lower to higher. The lower is for basses and higher is for cuts and so on. So the kick is the kick, so you're going to put a bass and a bit higher, so get a nice click on the top. Simple as that. So you can actually press this button and turn it on and off. So let's see without and with. Obviously it's better with. So we're gonna close it. So now this one, as far as you can see, kick 1 have 1 and do 1 have the fruity. Well, why is this used? Because you can even clap if you scroll to 1. Now both of them will have same effects as this one. It's simple to remember that. Okay, now this is the pattern. Let's go to the music. That's like, it's called a song, but let's go. So here we have 3 of those. Let's go on the left is the patterns. Click on the pattern. You can actually see right here. And now we're gonna move up and click it here. Now this one is the pattern that is right here. Now in the side music, you can hold and drag to fill all of them. And now if we go to change this to song, you start making a beat. Simple as that. Now let's go further. You can make an entire beat here, but I prefer to make it individually. So if you want a new pattern, you can just scroll with your mouse button on channel tracks. You will see that inside here it's making a pattern. Simple as that, basically. Or just add one. You'll see this later. Okay, so that's the kick. Let's go to the clap. Just gonna close this one. And let's find the clap. Okay, this seems nice. I'm gonna hold it and put it in the clap. Now what is gonna happen if I put the claps like this? Let's play the song. Simple, right? Beat, clap it, beat, clap it. But that's gonna be all the time the clap. So what if I only want to claps appear from others? So just gonna scroll here to get the second pattern. And I'm just gonna clap it like that. That's simple. And now those are the kicks and those are the claps in pattern. So let's press play. Okay, seems easy right now. Let's add a new one. It's gonna be climbs and so on. Close the KitKat. Now this one is gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna scroll one more to get the third pattern. I'm gonna select these. That's the opposite of the kick. So let's see. Let's say this sounds good. You can even in your pattern, you can change or add the new one like this. You will see. Or just normally put it like that. Now, why I deleted this? It sounds good. Check it out. It's just matter of a fix. Okay, that's actually beat only. So for better music, we're just gonna put all of them free all the time. Okay, that seems nice right now. Okay, that seems good. Let's add a new music. So just gonna scroll new one to get pattern 4, and the first 3 are already used. So let's go to snare, right click, replace. So now we're gonna choose an instrument instead of sample. The samples are the sounds that you can actually see from here, and the instruments, basically you can find them here. So like I said before, I'm gonna use the Nexus, or you can use even the FL Studio come with the flex, you can see, just to see what's actually happening. So you can use keyboard and try to put the numbers. Basically, if you press keyboard keys on keyboard, it's just gonna play sound. So let's go to piano and double click it on the one you like to have. And you can use keyboard from Z to M. Okay, let's say that's it. You can change all of this here. But let's say it's okay. So it's going to be our piano. Now, this one you can do as before, and you're going to hear this one. So I'm just going to change this to some. Simple as that, right? But this needs a melody. So I'm going to right click and choose piano roll. Okay, that's actually completely complex. But for now, as far as you can see, we're already doing the pattern 4. We're just going to put it here so you can actually hear what's going to happen. So you can scroll with mouse up and down to go through keyboard. And as far as you can see, this it's already have for you. This, you see these black bars, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exactly as here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So to put in perspective, you can see what's happening here. The first bar, first 4, you see those are actually here. So now with the space, how you can use them. So each music, let's say the easiest way to remember, it's to only play the white keys. That's a simple way, because if you're not a professional, you're gonna use the, I mean, you can even use the black keys, but you need to know how to sort them correctly. So let's go to the professional level. Not that fast, but let's go. Okay, so this is the, let's put this one, this is the drawing. You can move and release it, but this one, it's them. So not sure exactly which is better for you. Okay, so how to make a melody. The house most of the time have like this. You can see kicks is every 4, right? The house have half, or maybe, I'm not sure, a third of it, so it's like that. That's actually the house, it's simple as that. So the full house is like that. Okay, so what you're gonna do, if you hold, or if you choose this one, you can select, and if you hold Shift, when you move it, it's gonna recreate it. So how to make a good house? Basically just add notes up and down. Actually, that's pretty much how house is made. Now that's called the melody. Melody, it's simple as that. It's basically just a bunch of notes that go up and down, but you need to find your own tempo. That's basically the easiest house. Now, each melody have a bass. That's actually how you get music to have a lot of effects. So, the bass, it's usually the most basic bass holds 4 the beat, which is completely synchronized with these 4 patterns, right? Okay, so let's listen the basses. It's simple as that. Basically, maybe this one went down. No, it was better before. My bad. Actually, that's the bass and melody. Now, to add basses, to make it more chords, those are one note bass. So, you find this one, go 2 down, 1, 2, and press on here, 1, 2, and press here. Seems better, right, than before. Let's just... Okay, maybe later. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 2. Same for this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe it sounds completely wrong, but that is based on basically how you add. So just gonna select all of the middle ones and put them here. That might completely a bit wrong, but what I'm trying to do is to keep the notes and just spread them up and down to make a better effect. So now we kind of know how exactly this works. You can just put it right here, maybe first kick, or you see that's pattern 4, right? So just gonna open this one. Now this one, let's assign to new instrument, is the second one. I'm gonna use some effect that's called fast LP. Now, how do you manage to change the music over the time? So I'm gonna put one here. Basically, it's kind of simple. So the effect that I just put into the second one, and the second one is the piano. Everything that I do with the effect, it's gonna apply to the piano. So let's listen what actually this plugin do. It's kinda shut it down, but let's literally say it's cut off. So how do you do this? First off, if you press like this, it's gonna make us this for entire track. But in my area, I'd like just to change this over the first 4. So double click it and hold. Double click and hold and go to the left like this. Now if we put right click and create automation, it's gonna apply only when this is red. To remove this, just double click somewhere else. and that's it. So what is this? That's actually connected. So if I put this lower, you see it's kind of changes over the time. Put attention to here. Simple as that, right? Okay, so let's go to effects, climbers, and we have someone called reaction and the right. And for put the sound effects, you don't need actually to put them inside of the here. If you're gonna use it like that, you can just simply drag and drop them right here, and that's actually it. You can double click it to change specific things like volume and pitch. Simple as that, right? Okay, so I think that's actually we're getting closer to the end. Now let's say that we want to make more house. Okay, so we're gonna select, what the heck, this one here has changed a bit, right? To go back, just press here and press all. It's gonna show you all of the components. Okay, but we have something called a plugin. So before we did this, I'm just gonna open the, you can see the pattern on the left side, the fourth one. I'm gonna open the piano. I'm gonna hold Control and select this. And I'm gonna copy, and we're gonna keep it like that. Now let's go to the new effect. We're just gonna scroll down to pattern 5. Let's go to new Nexus. That's a plugin which there's billions of plugins, but this one, it's one of my favorite. So I have an EDM 5 here. We have a lead. Okay, for now, it's gonna be it. Let's gonna close it. And I'm just gonna paste it before I copy it. Now I'm gonna paste it. My bad. Okay, so here we go. That's a Nexus. And I'm gonna add it here. So it's gonna sound like that. Simple, right? Okay, but right now we have this plugin already. This plugin have already inside built a few things. One is the filter mode, energy mode, reverb, delay, and this one have built-in filter. And let's see what actually is going to do. And I'm going to change the output a bit lower. Not that bad, right? Now, let's select this one because we want to add a new automation. This one won't allow me to create right click and view. So what I do right now, it's gonna change it a bit. Just change it, doesn't matter what. And this FL Studio enables you to go, if you go to the tools, you can go to last week and create. It's gonna do exactly the same as I did before, but right now it's gonna search which button I changed the last one and create automation for this only button. So I'm gonna put it like this. Let's see. Seems simple, right? So we get through plugins, we went through kicks, we went entertainment obviously, went through caps, clips, basses, snares, claps, piano, chords, basically everything you need to know. You can just continue with this music forever. Usually you can change here the minute, so you can actually see how long your song is, so it's about 3 minutes each song. Or you can just change to beat, which means how many of these bars. Right here there's numbers selected, it's gonna show, but since you already have those, I just put it 2 times so I can see how long my music is. Okay, that's simple guys, my name is Nejc Filipič and see you next time. Goodbye.